After spending 4 years as a career coach and professional resume writer, I will tell you that tailoring your resume is more important than ever now. As I'm sure we've all seen, AI has made it easier for people to fill out thousands of applications, and I am not even exaggerating when I say that. I know we've all seen it where you log into LinkedIn and you see that a job was posted 2 minutes ago. Now, somehow it has 2,157 applications already. Yeah, it's bad out here. With the volume only continuing to increase, it's important that you make sure that you tailor your resume so that you can stand out. Now, before you start your huffing and puffing, and ain't nobody got time for that, in this video, I'm sharing a resume tailoring coach that I've built for you to use in your AI system of choice. Yes, we're using AI to combat the overuse of AI, but just go with it. Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome back to my channel where we focus on all things faith and career. This is my AI job search series, and today we are on part 2 of 3, building your resume tailoring coach. Okay, so for those of you who watched my previous video, then you know that we set up our job alignment coach. Now we are going to go and we're going to create another new project for our resume tailoring coach. Again, you don't have to be fancy with your title here. Call it what you want, but make sure that it's something that you can know to come back to. Okay, so for this project, I'm going to go and I'm going to set up instructions by clicking that plus icon. I'm just going to paste in the instructions here. You'll see within my instructions that I am asking my coach to wear all of the hats of all of the people who know all of the things about resumes. You'll see that my intent here is for the coach to help me tailor my resume to maximize interview opportunities while remaining completely truthful. Here's the thing. If you let AI run wild, you'll notice that it will completely reinvent your resume. It will make up experiences that you did not have. It will say that you have skills that you do not possess. It will straight up lie. And since we are team Don't Lie on Resume, we want to just give it that specific instruction, right? Don't go out here making stuff up. Let's work with what we got. And so for this to work, each time I need to provide my current resume as well as a link to the job description for the job that I want it to help me tailor my resume for. Then I'm walking it through the process that I want it to have. I want it to analyze the job. After that, I want it to analyze my resume. Then I want it to provide me with a gap analysis. From there, it will provide me with its resume recommendations and ways that I can just make my resume stronger. Next, we want to specifically hone in on ATS optimization. So we have some instructions there. For step 6, I want it to give me that recruiter perspective. Like, it's one thing for your resume to have a lot of great information. It's another thing for your resume to make sense with the 30-second scan. And so that is what that step is all about. I then also want the hiring manager perspective. Would they hire me? Would they not? Tell me why. Last, I asked for final recommendations. Here's the thing. You can have AI update your resume for you if that's your style and that is what you like. I personally like to see all of the changes that are being recommended. I know this is probably the career coach in me. This is probably the, resume writer in me, wanting to see what it is suggesting. And then I make a conscious decision about what I add, what I remove, and what I update. The whole purpose of this resume tailoring coach is to provide you with information, to provide you with advice. It is up to you whether you take it or not. One final flag before we hop into the demonstration, please be sure to double check everything that you see. AI is smart, but it is not perfect by any stretch of the imagination. Okay, so let's walk through a live example. I've provided my sample resume from Jane Carter again. And for the sake of this demo, I'm going to use the same job that I used for the job alignment coach. Okay, so after a couple of seconds of thinking, I am being prompted with questions, which lets me know the coach is doing its job. Okay, let's go through the questions. Okay, so for the first question, my coach is trying to discern if I have any consulting or professional services background. For the sake of this demo, I'm going to say yes. Next, it's asking about my experience with cloud platforms, data platforms, and AI. I'm going to say I have some exposure. And for question 3 out of 3, they are asking me if I've participated in business development. I'm going to say no, this has not been a part of my role. Now you'll see that it is asking me a few more quick questions before we move into this resume tailoring process. And as a coach, I'm going to tell you I love it. I love a good let me clarify before I do anything, especially in this first question, because it's actually calling me out and telling me that in my hurry to create this sample resume, I got my dates mixed up. Because I mean, starting a job in 2015 and ending the job in 2012, it can't happen clearly. And so this just goes to show that some of those finer details will also be caught, which is a great thing. I'm going to go ahead and let them know here's what the date should actually be. For my achievement, it is asking me if I have an actual number that I can provide. I'm going to say yes. And lastly, it is asking me how many concurrent projects and clients have I typically managed in my PM roles. I'm going to say 4 to 6. As expected, it is asking me for that specific number for my accomplishment. I'm going to say it was 10%. Okay, so the results are long and detailed, as you might expect. I'm not going to walk you all through the entire thing, but I do want to just quickly show you that you'll see from step 1, I'm getting the top 10 keywords from the job, the top 10 competencies. It's telling me important experiences that I need to emphasize. It's also showcasing some hidden priorities that might not be explicitly stated. And it's pulling this based on all of the details of that job description. Next, it moves on to my actual resume analysis, letting me know my strengths, my weaknesses, missing keywords, things that are too generic, so on and so forth. I'm just going to scroll a bit so you can see that this is a very comprehensive response, and it gives me a lot to digest and a lot to decide what I actually want to implement in terms of my own resume. I will say if I scroll all the way down to the bottom, this will give me the opportunity, whoo, as you can see, a lot, like I said. But once I get down to the bottom, it tells me, you'll see again. So if you all were here for the previous video, you know that I did a job alignment score or a job alignment coach that provided me with a job alignment score. And it was only at, I believe it was 48%. So this ATS match score is like right on target with that. Essentially, what my resume tailoring coach is telling me, though, is that if I were to make the revisions that my coach is suggesting, that score would raise to 68 to 72%, which is a really big jump. This goes back to the statement that I made in that job alignment coach video that I would only take that score with a grain of salt, because sometimes it is truly that you have not positioned your experience well. And that is why it's saying that you are not that aligned. And so this only further proves that point. But what I was saying about scrolling down to the bottom, you can see that AI will typically offer you the opportunity for them to fully revise your resume for you, which you can choose if you'd like. Again, I am more of the type to like to go through the feedback, understand it, and then make my own adjustments. But again, whatever suits you, do what you got to do, boo, because I know that searching for a job, again, full-time job in and of itself, I'm providing all of this to hopefully help take a little something off your plate. All right, so I hope you found this video helpful. And if you did, please be sure to like, comment, subscribe, and be sure to tune into the other 2 parts of this 3-part series. Until next time, friends.